A suspected gas explosion has caused a building to collapse in New York City. One person has been confirmed dead, and emergency crews are searching for anyone trapped under the rubble. Let's cross now to Al Jazeera's Morgan Radford, who joins us live from East Harlem. As I understand it, Morgan, you're right outside that collapsed building. Just give us an idea of what's happening there right now.
That's absolutely right. I'm standing in Spanish Harlem, which is in the northeast side of Manhattan. And actually, 2 people have been confirmed dead, and they are both women. 17 have been confirmed injured. And what you're looking right now is plumes of smoke, and this is where the explosion was. One of these buildings is a piano repair shop. The other is a church that has been around for 70 years. Both buildings are 5 stories high, and there's 33 residential units inside. I actually spoke to one man who was working a construction job just across the street. His name was Alex Camilo, and he said he heard the building explode and he ran over and started pulling people out. He rescued about 4 people, one of whom was a girl, a young girl who said was between the ages of 7 and 10 years old. He said she was covered in a blanket wrapped in blood, and they took the blanket out. He thought she was ejected from the building when the explosion occurred. So we're hearing stories like that emerge as people are standing outside. Everyone's wearing face masks. Many people are wearing face masks because of the thick plumes of smoke. They're also calling their friends and their family, and we're still trying to figure out exactly what caused the explosion. However, we just heard word that Con Edison, which is one of the gas companies here, said that they were responding to a gas-like odor just before the explosion occurred.
And Morgan, do we know if the source of this gas explosion actually came from the residential area, or is it from the shops? You mentioned a piano shop around there as well.
Exactly. There's a piano shop, there's a church, and there are residences attached, but we do not know specifically where the explosion has come from. The fire department nor the New York Police Department have told us that yet.
Just give us an idea, for those of us who've never been to East Harlem, what is the area like? Is it highly populated? Is it a crowded area?
It's highly populated, very much a residential. You don't see a lot of commercial businesses here, more so what we call mom and pop stores, bodegas, which is a Spanish word for a corner. This is it's a Spanish community, right? It's a Latin American, a lot of Latin American immigrants, a very, very Spanish speaking community. So you have a lot of small residences, you have a lot of government housing. It's not a particularly wealthy area, and it's an area where people are quite shaken. Some of the people that were rescued out of the building simply couldn't speak. They were too traumatized. And again, they're coming out now, exiting a building with thick plumes of smoke in the air. So people are still wondering exactly what caused it, because this is something they haven't really seen happen, at least not in recent memory.
Yeah, from what I remember from Spanish Harlem, it's a very close community. Now, just as we were talking to you there too, we were looking at firefighters trying to battle those plumes of smoke, as you said. Morgan, thank you so much for speaking to us and getting us up to date on the issue there in East Harlem. That's Morgan Radford there, speaking to us from New York.